Oh, man. So have we decided what are we calling the Brandon Aiyuk situation? Is it it's a holdout, then it was a hold in, then it's a hold in with a possible trade, not a trade. He was supposed to go to New England, and Cleveland had a deal, and then Amari Cooper is tweeting that he's, could be fun, and then the 49ers are throwing out their last-minute deal.
Right, let me ask you this.
I'm just like, days of our lives, like, what is going on?
It's for sure an impasse, I think is the proper phrase we're going to use. But let me ask you this.
Sure.
And this, I'm a wildly overreacting and speculating, TJ. I'm sure it's a shock to all of you. Do you think Brandon Aiyuk watched Drake May last night and was like, okay, $32 million, New England, I'm sold. Let's get this back on. Turn the machines back on. I'm going to the Pats because Drake May looked awesome.
No.
Dang it.
No.
Dang it.
I think if anything, you realize, where are you at in terms of your career? Who's the quarterback that you feel most comfortable with? But then more importantly, what is the vision for you inside of an offense? I think that's why the 49ers are saying, look, this is our deal for you. This is what we can provide for you. Or you can go somewhere else. Now, you go somewhere else, you're going to get the deal, but it may be more, but will the production go down or go up? Like, we don't know. It's all about betting on yourself. This is a different situation than I think you look at remember the A.J. Brown trade from the Titans to the Eagles, and immediately the Eagles got the better end of that trade and got the general manager fired in Tennessee. I don't think this is the same situation. It's the 49ers have a checkbook, and it's hard when you have success. The 49ers are a successful franchise. They've been to multiple Super Bowls over the last, 5 or 6 years. That they have not won, but they've been in big games, conference championships, division titles. Everybody else has gotten paid. Debo's got paid. McCaffrey's got paid. Kittle's got paid. Fred Warner's got paid. Javon Hargrave comes in free agency. Everybody's getting theirs. Trent Williams is getting paid. Which still, I don't know, is Trent Williams still holding out? We don't even talk about Trent Williams.
Right? We don't talk about him. We don't talk about Jamar Chase.
Trent Williams is actually on the team, and they're not even talking about him, but he's the best left tackle in the NFL, and he wants a contract, a new contract. They still have to get that situation done. And so that's a lot on the plate for the general manager, John Lynch. And John Lynch... here's John Lynch in my hometown of the Bay Area on KNBR talking about the situation of all these contracts, especially Brandon Aiyuk's.
Is there bad blood?
No, there's not bad blood. I mean, negotiations can get heated. I think it's his first time going through that, but no bad blood. I mean, if people that are here see Brandon out here, there's love, a lot of love and respect for the relationship we've had and continue to have, and hopefully we'll have into the future.
Why is it taking so long? What's the reason?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew. As I said, we started early. It's consumed a lot of our time, my time. I don't like that it's taken this long, but it has. And you deal with the challenges that you're faced with.
And one of the challenges is that the guy who may have been drafted to replace Brandon Aiyuk, Ricky Pearsall, receiver, formerly of Arizona State, finished up at the University of Florida, has had a hamstring injury. So the 49ers are hamstrung at that position. Oh. See what I did there? Oh. But the one thing that I will say is this. We know Brock Purdy's going to get a humongous contract.
He's going to get $70 million a year.
Humongous contract at the end of the season. Does that factor into what the 49ers can do with Brandon Aiyuk? Obviously, you still need someone to protect the quarterback, and that's Trent Williams on the opposite side. That is also a difficult situation to kind of come about because you have to pay him. You have to make sure your left tackle is happy. 49ers got a lot going on. All I'm saying is that, does this become a much bigger distraction? We always look for the unsettled stories. This is the unsettled story of the 2024 training camp. It's the one story that every day we're looking for updates, but we're going to continue to talk until the solution is resolved. I'm still young enough to say that I remember when the Tua conversation was just ad nauseum. When is Tua going to get paid? Tua got his deal. We don't talk about Tua. Think about it.
We don't talk about Tua.
Now, we'll talk to his teammate in the next hour, Raheem Mostert, and we'll see what the conversation is like in Miami. But when Tua got the deal, it's quiet. We don't talk Jordan Love. Why? Got the deal. It's quiet. Matthew Stafford. Oh, well, the Rams got his little deal.
Yeah,
quiet.
Bump.
Once Brandon Aiyuk, this situation is resolved, whether he's traded, whether he stays with the 49ers, this also could be a huge part of this weekend. If Russell Wilson goes out with the Pittsburgh Steelers, has a good outing, but they also show that they need a number one true wide receiver. Look, no offense to George Pickens, not as seasoned yet as Brandon Aiyuk, not been in the fire as long as Brandon Aiyuk. Could that also rear its head to where the Steelers bump up their compensation and also their contract for Brandon Aiyuk? There's a lot that could happen this weekend. We talked about it. We are 3 weeks away, less than 3 weeks from the beginning of the season. Even less than that before this 53 cut down is coming up even more rapidly. Let's be honest. Will Brandon Aiyuk in week 1 be a part of the 49ers, or will he be on another team? That's the unresolved part of this 2024 training camp. It's bigger than the CeeDee Lamb because we all think, hey, CeeDee's going to get the contract. He'll be with the Cow. He'll be fine.
It's
Jamar
crazy.
Chase, he's going to be fine. He's going to be right there in Cincinnati. They'll do right by him, and he'll do right by the team. The Brandon Aiyuk situation just seems a little more testy, a little more feisty.
It's nuts that this story has taken over
Yeah.
the whole NFL training camp.
It has. For everybody.
For everybody.
Every insider.
Because
is
every insider, like there's an update, but it's not really an update. It's like, and then, it affected the Patriots for a second. It's still affecting the AFC North with the Steelers and Browns involved. And then it could tip the balance of power in the NFC West, really.
Yeah.
Like, if he suddenly leaves, does that make the 49ers vulnerable to the Rams or Seattle, or Cardinals are kind of under the radar?
Yeah.
A super fun team to think about coming out of that division. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It is. And
Brandon, if I have to send you the Drake May cut-ups, I will. Did you see him last night? Reconsider.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to reconsider.
The Pats offered the most money.
Man, they're going to be handing the ball off. Ramondre Stevenson, let's get ready. So I could say, as in a segue to the top of the hour, what's more likely? What's more likely? Aiyuk a 49er or Aiyuk somewhere else? We'll find out. Hour number 3 coming up. It's funny, man. It's because I literally feel like we've turned Brandon Aiyuk into Jerry Rice. We talked about him at nauseam.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying, but let's just be honest. If I gave you 10 wide receivers right now, would Brandon Aiyuk be in that top 10?
Ooh, I love where your head's
I'm
at.
just giving you
respectfully,
would you put Brandon Aiyuk in that top 10?
I'd say no.
I'm telling you right
10.
now, like
Top 10?
Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson,
Chase,
Lamb. Obviously, that's your 3. I would throw at Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp.
You got Puka and Cup?
Yeah, Puka and Kupp. Kupp is still that dude now.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf.
AJ Brown.
AJ.
Garrett Wilson.
I mean, let's just keep going. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I think he's a good player. But Brandon Aiyuk is not Jerry Rice.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.